Most people face the same struggles on social media. Their followers are barely growing, their posts get little to no views or even engagement. From someone that have built over 1.4 million followers in less than 8 months, I know a thing or two. So in this video, we are gonna be talking about the 14 common mistakes that creators make that stops them from growing fast and from having their content perform well. So let's dive right into it. Mistake number one, when you have no clear profile branding, right? Your page doesn't communicate who you are, what do you do, and why should someone actually follow you? You cannot be everything to everyone. When you don't have a clear positioning, the big word, people don't know what to expect from you, right? They might think you're interesting, you have an interesting life, but they won't see you as someone that is worth following for a specific reason that they need and they crave. I had this problem in the beginning when my page looked nice, it looked clean, it looked professional, but there was no sauce, there was no identity, no transformation that when someone comes to my page, that's the transformation that you're gonna get. The moment I clarified who do I actually help on social media and what outcome I create for that person, growth was like so fast in a way that I did not expect it because I finally had the direction. But that reason had to be clear. What is my reason? Girls or women making a lot of money on social media softly, because I believe that money is power, money is crucial. So in all my content, it's very tied in money, how to make money, business, all the other topics will eventually tie into it. So I made it very, very clear, and I attracted the ones that have the same vision, the same mentality, and that's what create the movement that women or whatever people that you want to attract will follow you no matter what you post. The reason and the transformation that you are gonna give them in every single post and every single reel is very clear. Now, mistake number two, making your Instagram about everything. When your content has no focus, it's hard for people to understand what do you actually stand for, which means you have to pick and you have to, yes, niche down and choose just one niche and stick to it. And this is where most people actually lose credibility. One day they're talking about fitness, one day they're talking about health, one day they're talking about fashion and makeup, and you think, well, I have a lot of things to say and I have a lot of hobbies and interests and I should follow all of them. That is not what branding is. You can show different sides of your life. The promise must stay consistent. The lifestyle is just the wrapper on the gift, but the niche is your identity. And without it, the algorithm doesn't even know who to push your content to. So your audience doesn't even know why they are still following. Mistake number three, using only one format. You need to mix it up. What does that mean? There are different formats on social media, from talking heads, podcast style, text-based videos, through even behind the scenes. And we gotta understand that people learn differently. Some people need to see you speak and open your mouth so they can actually trust you. Others, they connect with you through maybe stories that you're gonna be telling. Others maybe prefer the aesthetic videos and some text, on the content. But when you post one format, you almost limit your reach and limit how people experience you, because every different format will have people experience you in a different way. For me, the moment I added that talking head authority clips, plus the lifestyle, plus the educational, my retention doubled because people finally saw a range, not just a couple posts. They like, wow, I know who this woman is. I know when she is serious and talking about business, when she is, showing off and being just a girl, and when she's being funny. Different formats is gonna open different doors for people to enter your brand. Not everyone connects with you the same style, so you have to give them options. Mistake number four, creating only what you like instead of what your audience want to see. I mean, I get it. We live in a very selfish world that you're like, I just want to post what I want to post. So, okay, so you want to make money or you just want to have it as a hobby? I'm assuming you want to make money. So this is the difference between hobby posting and building a brand. When you post based on what do you actually feel like posting? You're literally just creating for yourself. Might as well have a private page and just retire from ever building a brand because it's not gonna work. But when you post for your audience, your brand should be built on solving a problem repeatedly. And once you shift from what do I like to post to what do people need to hear today, that's actually when my content started converting in a way I have not even ever imagined it being this big. Passion keeps you consistent, but the audience pains is what makes you relevant. I became so known so fast because I was the girl talking about all the pains that no one wants to talk about for women in business, making money, and everything in between. I mean, I would love to talk about fitness. I'd love to talk about fashion. I'd love to talk about makeup. But I saw, what do people actually want to hear? And that's exactly what I gave them so they can relate to me and my content will always go viral. So you can create from passion, but you only grow from solving pain. So find the pain in your niche, in your industry, and solve that pain. So if your content doesn't touch a problem, it won't trigger any action. Mistake number 5, being afraid of hate or judgment. We gotta understand that when you have fear, that kills creativity. People are always gonna have opinions, whether you're broke, whether you're rich, whether you're loud, whether you're silent. You have to focus on your message. If you're trying to build a brand and be liked by so many people at the same time, you're probably gonna lose both. You're not gonna be liked because, again, we're human beings. Some people like us, some people don't. And you're not gonna build a brand. The people who judge you were never actually your audience. I have people judging me all the time. They're never the ones that I would wanna work with, or even they would never work with me. And that is perfectly fine. Because if I waited for nobody to talk about me, I would probably still be a waitress. I would still be probably broke. I would still be living in Canada, freezing cold, that I did not like living there. All the things that I did, even when people judge me, is what made me rich. So stop letting fear and judgment stop you from living the best life that you are destined to live. Mistake number 6, which is being too plastic, right? When you are that person that has no emotions, no realness, where you only show the positive sides of you and your life is perfect and you never lose and you never stumble across your words, that actually makes you look fake. When you are authentic, that's when people are gonna actually relate to you and love you. A lot of creators try so hard to look perfect on camera that they actually end up looking unreal. That makes people not trust them, eventually not buy from them. So people don't connect with that. They connect with humans, with feelings, problems, with solutions. So if everything you post is too polished, it's too edited, it's too no emotions, that makes them have no access point to actually feel you and like you and trust you and pay you. So what actually builds connection is when people see you on your journey. You're trying things, you're failing, hustling, and you're not embarrassed of it. Not just the final version. They don't want to see the final version. When they see the process, the growth, the behind the scene moments, that is the real brand that they are craving, and they give you that sympathy that will turn into dollars very soon. Mistake number 7. Not posting reels, or actually not doing it consistently. Reels are still the fastest way to grow, but most creators, they actually treat them like, okay, when I feel like it, I'm gonna post. That's why you're not building the momentum that you need in your business. Growth online is about being present. When you open a restaurant, you don't decide to close one week and you just don't show up. You open the restaurant every single day. And that has to be the same thing for social media, including reels. So when you disappear, the algorithm is not gonna pause your reach. It's actually gonna replace it with someone else that actually stayed consistent. So make sure you're posting reels consistently and a lot of them. Mistake number 8. Having no content system. Most people don't actually have a content problem. They have a system problem, which means they wake up every single day and think, what should I post today? What do I feel like? Guys, I'll be honest with you, that literally creates an anxiety, that creates pressure. You will actually burn out because when you don't have structure, you are basically waiting for inspiration to, come to you, and that's literally gambling. And you cannot build a brand while gambling on feelings, emotions, and inspiration and motivation. it does not work. The moment you create a system on what are the topics that I'm gonna be talking about, what are the angles, what are the filming, what is the flow, when do I batch my content, posting becomes natural and it stops actually being a heavy thing that you have to like drag. You are gonna start moving from random ideas to things that I repeatedly say that gives me repeatable growth and exponential growth. So brand is not built on creativity alone. It's built on consistency with direction when you know what you're gonna do. So you don't need to be more creative. You actually just need a system that will remove that guesswork every single day. Mistake number 9, never analyzing your reels. What do most people do? They post and they hope something will magically go viral. Like, okay, I'm just gonna try this. And you never take the time and sit down and study why something worked or why it didn't. I have to look at things because I cannot just be like, oh, I'm shadow banned, the algorithm does not like me, I'm just a small creator, that's why. No, every reel I post is feedback, and it's been feedback even when I had like 10,000 followers. Your audience is most of the time telling you what to make more of. But if you can't hear it, if you can't look at the data, what's actually the point? So when I started reviewing the retention, the drop-off points that people stop watching at, how many reels got saved, what actually got more saves than shares, what got us more likes, comments, and I studied it like an actual business. I stopped guessing, guys, because your analytics are not about just like numbers and cute things. They are about understanding your audience behavior, and that is the most expensive thing. People pay millions of dollars to get that research. So if you treat your content like I'm just gonna post and move on, you're always gonna feel stuck. Your next viral post is literally hidden inside your last successful one, but you won't see it if you never look back. Mistake number 10, poor visuals, aka it looks like shit. People judge the book by the cover all the time. You're not gonna be the person to change this, not even today, not tomorrow, not in a year. So if I know this, I know that people are judging me in the first 3 seconds when they watch my content before I even open my mouth. If my visuals, if like the quality looks bad, dark, cluttered, messy, they're gonna assume whatever I'm gonna say is not even valuable and I'm not an expert. And it's not about having the microphones, the fancy lighting and all of that. It's just about being intentional about it. Clean background, good lighting, and details that signals to what type of brand you actually represent. So when you have the good visuals, that doesn't only make you viral, but they make people willing to keep watching you long enough to decide if you're actually worth listening to. Mistake number 11, when you have no subtitles. Guys, a lot of people don't even watch with sound on, especially on reels. That's just facts and data. That's not just me saying it. So when they're scrolling in public, if they can't read immediately what you're saying, what are they gonna do? They're just gonna swipe. So subtitles is not just like for accessibility and all of that. They are literally how you grab attention in the first second before they even hear a word. They're reading. The eyes are faster than the ear. Is it? You can double check us on that, but I think the eyes are faster than the ears. I read things faster than I hear them. So your text is gonna pull them in before your voice even start working. People don't skip because they're not interested. They most of the time skip because they just did not have enough context to even stay. Mistake number 12, no engagement in your videos. When you have no hook, which we're gonna talk about in other videos, when you have no story, no curiosity at the beginning, people are gonna scroll away. You have 3 seconds to capture someone's attention before they scroll to the next video, since we have millions of videos that go up on social media every single day. So if you don't pull them at the start, they won't give you a chance. And you need to stop being entitled that people are gonna give you a chance. They're not gonna give you a chance. You have to make sure all the odds are stacked in your favor so they can actually give you a chance because you hooked them. You put the story, big words that are gonna relate to them or trigger them in any sort, way, or form. That's how they're gonna actually hear your message. So it's not about that your content is bad. It probably did not even catch them fast enough. And people decide in the first 1 to 3 seconds if they're gonna stay or if they are gonna scroll. You can't wait until the middle to make the video interesting and spicy. Most of the people, they're not gonna even make it that far. Mistake 13. Being too serious or overly educational. No one wants to be lectured. We literally ran from school, university. We did not like lectures. So don't lecture people, inspire them. Share stories, lessons, transformation, instead of just a plain theory that we hated, all of us in school. A lot of creators, they actually share amazing information, but the delivery feels so heavy, like it's a lecture. People on Instagram, they don't come to Instagram because they want to be in another classroom. They come because they want to either feel connected, seen, energized, or inspired. So you can still teach, but teach in a way that feels human and relatable and fun and exciting, not academic. People remember how you made them feel way more than what you actually taught them. So always remember, don't be Professor John from university, I don't know what, because no one liked him and we all skipped his class. And the final mistake that I see people making, which is not investing in yourself or your education. Your content can grow only as much as you do. You have to learn, you have to experiment, and you have to keep growing and evolving. So if you never upgrade your skills, your thinking, or even your strategies, your content is gonna feel always stuck at the same level too. The people who move the fastest are always the ones who learn from others instead of just trying to figure everything on their own, which takes decades if you even stay consistent. But what I have done over the years is I have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in mentorship, in proximity. And when you do that, you don't just learn, you actually collapse the time. People tell me, how did you make a lot of money so fast? It's because I invest in myself more than anyone else. I invest from people that have the results. So they achieved it in a decade, I can achieve it in a year because I took the shortcut, I took the information. So is it worth it to pay thousands of dollars to get that and skip a decade? Absolutely. So if you want to stop guessing and start growing on a whole nother level on social media, join the waitlist for the next round for the best program out there, which is the brand code that we are opening right now. So because I love you guys so much, once you sign up, you're gonna instantly get 2 bonuses just from me to you as a thank you. The first one is gonna be the content strategy that make you $10,000 a month on autopilot, hands-free. And the second one is the 6 steps to build a powerful personal brand, not in 2025, in 2026. So here's also what you're gonna get once you join the waitlist. You're gonna lock the spot at the lowest price possible. So when you're ready, we can get you started. You're gonna get access to a private WhatsApp chat and you're gonna get access to it immediately. You're gonna get the insider secrets about the program, some exclusive tasks that we're gonna be giving you every single day to help you start making money online right away and growing your Instagram. And that is all while you're still on the waitlist. And on top of that, you're also gonna get a ticket to my 2-day live webinar that I am gonna be hosting, which is about how to build a brand, attract 1.7 million followers on social media without any investment in ads, and how to multiply your income anywhere from 5x to 10x in 2026. So if you are ready to grow your brand and start making content that actually works in 2026, that will help you attract the opportunities, sell any product or service that you desire, and make a lot of money doing it, go to the link in the description of this video and join the waitlist today. Your next level starts here. And make sure these 14 mistakes we avoid at all costs, implement every single thing that I've said in this video so you can make $1 million in 2026. I love you guys. And as always, make sure you make a couple million this year. Bye-bye.